Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter Walton's love and fidelity have made him relatively appealing to Hope Logan. Since Carter seems like the perfect man she's been staying for, Hope's starting to fantasize a real future together. Still, Carter may not be as devoted as he seems to be. B&B suckers know that Carter is someone who falls fast and hard whenever a gorgeous woman catches his eye, so is Hope his ever queen or just his flavor of the month? Steffy Forrester thinks Hope is using Carter, which could be true on some position. There's no denying that Hope likes the benefits of dating Carter since he brought her back to Forrester Creations and is restoring her fashion line. That said, Hope authentically seems to have deep passions for Carter since he's proven himself married, defensive and faithful, at least so far. Unfortunately, there are good reasons to believe Carter could fall for someone differently and leave Hope feeling betrayed. Muriel Hilaire will protest off her run as Daphne Rose this January, and we know Daphne will partake plenitude of scenes with Hope and Carter. There are some hints to suggest that Daphne might start working for Forrester in connection with Fanny Grayson's scent collection. Whatever the case, Daphne will come part of all the drama and could fluently come a new love interest for Carter. The further Carter gets to know Daphne, the more complicated effects could get. Carter may try to fight any passions that develop at first, but how long will he suitable to repel temptation? If Carter cheats on Hope with Daphne, it could change everything and completely turn this plot upside down. That's especially true if it turns out that Daphne is intimately working for Steffy or Commodity along those lines. We clearly wouldn't be surprised if Steffy resorted to similar drastic measures to tear Carter down from Hope. Whatever the case, our prognostications point to Daphne getting a source of romantic drama down the road. Carter's implicit treason could bring major Logan counter-reaction from Hope, Brooke Logan and Katie Logan, so that could clearly disturb the harmony that Carter claimed he was hoping to produce around Forrester Creations. Carter may have to make some updates to his commercial plans, so stay tuned for further news on the preemption mess he's created. Carter Walton and Hope Logan are bound to face a significant downfall ultimately. After Carter took control of Forrester Creations with Hope's support, it seems ineluctable that their recently established conglomerate will face challenges that could lead to its collapse. We may have just sown the seeds for the fermentation that could spell trouble for Hope and Carter. We need to claw into Fanny Grayson's pitch for her incense line. It might hold further weight than it originally appears. A significant portion of the show was devoted to Fanny showcasing her scent samples. It included one with a distinctive undertone that influences how a scent evolves on an existent's skin. Fanny spices entered rave reviews, but Hope and Carter were easily anxious about making the right choice after her departure. Hope refocused out the high stakes involved, suggesting that this incense plot might lead to Commodity substantial. What if the series is preparing for a romantic twist involving a love potion, a chemical response that acted like an aphrodisiac? Imagine if someone tampered with Fanny's scent in the lab, transubstantiating that unique undertone into Commodity disquieting. It's relatively easy to fantasize a script where this particular incense causes people to bear aimlessly and come infatuated. This could pave the way for some cheating pressure and unanticipated couples if the show decides to lean into this drama. Maybe this could spark a reproach at Forrester Creations that might peril Carter and Hope's current standing. The show has devoted a significant quantum of time to exploring this implicit scent collaboration, which suggests they might be dropping some major hints. Could a love potion plot be on the horizon? Is this cooperation with Fanny set to propel Carter and Hope toward their ineluctable downfall? Anyhow, of the outgrowth, it seems likely that Hope and Carter will encounter obstacles that could pave the way for the Forresters to reclaim control of the company. A love potion plot would be Commodity new and different for the show, and chemistry has evolved to the point where an aphrodisiac scent is actually possible. Carter and Hope are in for some unanticipated twists, so stay tuned for any surprising developments ahead. Katie Logan, to defy her once miscalculations. Katie and Ivy Forrester will also talk about the troubles of AI. Meanwhile, Will Spencer stumbles upon a nipping verity. Will is also ignorant that his life is in grave peril. Will just got done explaining how Elektra's prints are end of her but are deep fakes. Katie feels awful, especially after learning from Ivy explained this isn't the first time she's been attacked by fake prints. Now that Will knows why Elektra was fired and that she's getting her job back, he'll presumably try to reach her. When Elektra doesn't respond right down, Will might not suppose much about it. Still, as the hours go by, Will might start to worry. Elektra will still be possessed by Remy. Right, Elektra is still inside Remy's apartment. Elektra has tried to escape doubly, but both times, Remy barred the door. Still, we know from the daily exercise clip that Elektra does manage to eventually run, but Remy starts chasing her down. Will is determined to find out who's targeting Elektra. Remy might figure it out thanks to that comment Elektra made after they first met, about demanding a fresh launch. Also, Ivy mentioned that this isn't the first time deepfakes have affected Elektra. There's one thing in common between Elektra's life now and back, also Remy Price. Still, Will won't realize that his life is in peril. Katie defy her once mistake. Katie will also bandy the troubles of AI with Ivy. It seems Katie and Ivy might bond, which is intriguing, considering the Forrester/Logan war. With Elektra getting rehired, I wonder how the Forrester family will feel about that once they learn about the termination, stalking, and deliverance. After all, Elektra is one of their own, or is supposed to be, at least. After realizing Remy is to condemn for Elektra's straits, Will battles to save his new love. Of course, Twisted Remy thinks he's the better man for Elektra, so it should be quite a fight. Stay tuned. Remy revealed all to poor Elektra. He transferred those deepfake images to Katie to get Elektra fired. Remy admitted he was willing to do anything to get Elektra down from Will possessed. He told her he did it out of love and that they would be so happy if they ran off to New York together, as they had bandied back home in Dallas. Elektra was affrighted. She couldn't believe her friend was so vicious and sick. In fact, Elektra hovered Remy and said he'd go to jail for this. Naturally, she tried to run out of his apartment, but Remy blocked her. There was no way that he'd let her go. Back at Forrester Creations, Will explained that the prints of Elektra weren't real. Katie rude jumping to conclusions. Carter and Hope said they would give Elektra her dream job back. Now, if only Will can find Elektra. He started putting two and two together and realized that Remy had transferred the prints. Will races on his motorcycle to defy Remy as his fear for Elektra's life grows. Once they're face to face, anticipate Will to do anything to cover his love. Remy will go off the deep end and virulently attack Will. Both are strong youthful men, desperately in love with Elektra. Who has further power and muscle? Ridge and Steffi are drooling in the Forrester living room. Ridge doesn't understand why Brooke would come over just to tell him what she did. Steffi thinks it's egregious as she easily just wanted to come over, cry, and move him why she made her choice to come CEO. Ridge says she had a choice but made the wrong bone. Steffi says he made the right choice. Ridge wants her to know whatever he and Taylor did had nothing to do with Brooke. She knows her parents were only chancing comfort in one another after Brooke, formerly again, let him down. It's time he looks to the future.